All right. Well, good morning, good evening, Angela. Congratulations and welcome to QVA, Angela. We are so glad and happy that you consider QVA to be part of the business. So
Thank you.
today we'll be doing a group interview. We have four lovely VAs here: Mary, Charmaine, Precious, and Emily. But before you tell them your questions, Angela, I would appreciate if you can introduce a bit of yourself and your business background, please, so we would know more about you.
Okay, so I am in Ontario, Canada, so Eastern time zone. So I'm 12 hours ahead of you. And mine is a spiritually based business. So I do have a YouTube channel where I'm an intuitive reader. I also have a coaching program. I basically help people navigate uncertainty and change in life. And I come to the table after writing my memoir about having to spend years overcoming things like self-doubt and dealing with, what belongs to me and what belongs to other people. I just launched last week Curious Butterfly Nation. So my business is called Butterfly Creations, which encompasses everything. But I have a paid membership where I'll now do live so that my members will get more time with me, and I'll also do all of my workshops. So I have several avenues, streams for income. So I do have a coaching 20-minute free call, so we can book people in so they can sort of learn more about the coaching, and I can figure out if they're a good fit for my style. But I also do intuitive readings and angel healings. And then I also have the paid membership platform for them to be able to enjoy workshops, my library of curiosity, and my weekly lives. And I have my book. So we have a variety of tools and things to fit for different people. Right now, I have a presence on social media. Usually it's content that I post, and then I have my lady who helps me do the search engine optimizing for my YouTube channel. So she'll upload certain videos at different times. Facebook and we have a love-hate relationship at times, and I am not overly Facebook savvy, but in order to not burn out, I can't give the social media all of me. And Facebook has a lot of people on there who I can help, but I don't really know how to navigate it very well. So this is why I'm looking for one of you lovely ladies to join my team and, help find those people that I can serve, and bring them sort of into one of the folds to be able to bring them the experiences they deserve, which is, things getting better for them. I have to learn to do Facebook Lives, and sometimes I might have some technical questions. I have a few friends, but they're not overly Facebook savvy either. So there's a number of things. Facebook is probably my biggest challenge. I've learned a lot. I created my channel 2 years ago from scratch, and I've learned to do many things. And I know I can do Facebook, but again, sometimes the energies, because I'm an empathic intuitive, it can get very frustrating on there for me. And that prevents me from then doing the other things that I'm here to do. So this is where you guys come in for me, is to help pull in these people and things so that I don't burn out and get sucked dry by, the environments on some of these social media platforms, because in my personal life, social media is not my thing.
Thank you, Angela, for sharing. You are in the right place, Angela. We can definitely help you out, whatever you need. So you've got a lot of offers that you can provide to your clients. We appreciate you for that, Angela. Okay, so let's get started. You may start asking questions. One question can be answered by anyone, and then just the round robin style.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I guess the first question is really centered around like Facebook and what your individual sort of strengths and experience are that you think would really help someone like myself who has a variety of things that go on. And of course, I have free tools and things to give you links to be able to offer people. And one of the things, I'm not exactly sure how this works for you guys, but when we do postings, and obviously you'll be monitoring them to find the people that we're trying to pull into the fold, recognizing when you kind of need me to step in and talk to somebody directly as opposed to maybe following a script, because I did notice lately for myself when I monitored some, there were some people who kind of needed a bit of an immediate hands-on approach versus, just getting a script type of thing. So however you want to kind of tackle that. I know it was a lot. So who would like to go first? That's fine.
Yeah, well, let me just introduce myself. Hi there, Angela. My name is Charmaine. I am 27 years of age. And yeah, well, talking about Facebook, here in the Philippines, Facebook is really a trend. So I usually spend my time on Facebook. And what is the benefit that I could give on you by using Facebook is that since I have been working here in Quantum for almost a year now, so I could actually help you by like posting content to attract, prospects. And also we could actually join different kinds of group on Facebook as well that would fit your niche so that we can get some clients. And also here in Quantum, we do have scripts that we follow because I am also doing phone calls, and we do have scripts. Like for example, we follow that script in order for us to build rapport with the prospect and for us to book them in, and so that we could give them the free coaching session that you would like. So yeah. If you are looking for someone who's good at Facebook, that person is me.
Okay.
So that's it. Thank you.
All right. And so for organizing groups, because I did join a few groups, they have a multitude of like all different rules, and some days you're allowed to post certain types of things and others. So organizational skills for keeping track of these groups, because I tried to keep track and went, no.
Yeah, we really need to be careful as well because there are some restrictions, like there are limited DMs that you can send to those limited person that you can add. So yeah, that's it.
So yeah, so you're aware of, and you know where to look for the rules and things when it comes to those things and organize. Okay. So how about you, Mary?
Hi, Angela. It's a pleasure to meet you. Let me introduce myself. I am Mary Joy Villegas. I am 28 years old and I have 4 wonderful kids. And about Facebook, well, just like Charmaine, I usually use Facebook all the time, and I have a basic knowledge on using Facebook since I use it all the time. Uh, Actually, I have a fan page just like you. I have a fan page because I have a small online business. I create crochet stops. So what I did is I joined Facebook group to find leads for my prospect clients, and then Yeah, I I also I am also good in creating content and graphics. And I know how to schedule posts on Facebook.
Okay.
And yeah, I can help you with that.
Okay, thank you. And Emily? Oh, muted.
I'm sorry. Hi, Angela. How are you?
Heather. Good.
Oh, good. That's good to hear. So yeah, let me introduce myself. I am Lisa Nipa. Um, yes. Regarding Facebook, I am actually part of the millennial. I'm using Facebook all the time as well, and I am knowledgeable enough regarding the pros and cons of Facebook, how to use Facebook as well, and in my case, I do know how to post stuff at Facebook, joining groups. I am also aware of the restrictions, especially like if you have to DM people, there are restrictions, there are rules that needs to be followed. Mhm. And I'm also good in posting stuff, and especially the scheduling. I am also well aware of the, if you have a lot of stuff to post, and I can also do a Canva editing for you, especially for your videos in your YouTube or even your Facebook Live. And I'm also good in persuasive writing, where we can attract potential clients and especially join groups for your, the good things that are related to your business. And I am up for success. I think that's all, Angela.
Okay, thank you. And Precious.
Hello, Angela. Good morning. Thank you so much for giving me such an opportunity to for this interview this morning. How are you?
Good.
Thank you so much. So for me, my strength, same like with these lovely ladies, I am also every day using Facebook and good at posting content. So first, I'm also good at creating calendar or schedule, so we will know, or we will study the plan how we can gather more people. So first, I need to do the I'm good at doing the interactions with with the people, so we can um, we can gather their information. But also I am aware with the restrictions of Facebook. So same like with these ladies, I am also good, I can help you like joining with the community, or we can build up your own group, so we can invite more people, and we can just use your link to send them. We can build like the automatic reply if we're too busy. But of course I am here. That's why you are needing your personal assistant or virtual assistant to help you with those interactions with people, so I can help you with that. We need to have the like the list of the people, so we can follow up with them, and we can ask them, we can send them message how we can help them, so we can build more audience for you. So that's all.
Okay, thanks.
You're
So
welcome.
my next question then, and it doesn't matter if you've ever heard of or used my type of service, or recognize sort of when I say the things that I do, but having a little understanding, because I am in a very different but very competitive niche when it comes to like the YouTube channel stuff and that. And what sets me apart is I'm actually more of a spiritual teacher and empowering teaching. So just sort of a little idea of sort of who really knows anything about that niche, or has ever, worked in that niche, or themselves just been a piece of that. Again, it's not a make or break, but it kind of helps to know who might understand a little bit about the world that I am working in. So Mary, you're at the top of the screen. We'll start with you.
Well, for me, I viewed your Facebook profile, and I viewed your Facebook page. I and yeah, I you offer a workshop presentation and supportive coaching, just like my previous client. Uh, he's actually a teacher coach, and he offers free consultation on his uh, LinkedIn connections. So I guess I can help you find find your potential clients, and then send them an introduction message.
Okay. So, Charmaine?
Okay, with regards to your second question, Angela, I would like to be honest. I'm not actually familiar with your niche because I am working with fitness trainers. So, but I am willing to learn and I am adaptable. So, for now, I'm not really familiar with it, but I'm willing to learn.
Okay. Well, I mean, the good thing is I have the content, so the links and things to where people, they get a little more of a taste about what to expect right before they book in. And I have a good booking program, offers you a lot there. And I have a lot of content over the last 2 years to be able to kind of answer
That's
the
great.
questions.
I really
So,
love to read as well.
so Emily. Oh, you're on mute still.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. So yes, Angela, in regards to your second question, to be honest with you again, I don't have any experience when it comes to handling your niche. I mean, your niche with regards to that, the spiritual reading and so on. But I am a believer of that one. I am also a believer of tarot reading. Yes, I was able to visit your Facebook page, your Facebook, especially your Facebook and your YouTube, and yeah, there are a lot of things that you have to consider, especially in if you have to listen to your gut feeling, something like that, and yeah, but I'm also willing to learn in regards to your tools that you use and the things that works best for you and your business as well.
Okay, thank you. And Precious.
Hello, Angela. Thank you for that. And regarding with your second question, I am also want to be honest that I don't have any experience with your niche, but I am a can-do person. So I believe that everything that you want to learn, you can learn. So I am willing to learn what tools or what social medias or what are the contents that you're using to invite your potential clients or customers. But for me, like building, like for example, with the social media accounts, if we will make your business social media account, we need to have the cover photo like related to the niche that you want to show to the people or to the clients. And we also need to make the profile photo that if they can see that Facebook account or with same like with Instagram account, if they can see that certain photo, then they will have a hint, or they will have idea what kind of a business or what kind of a niche that you are doing. So that is a very strong connections that we can build with the people that we are trying to we're trying to invite. So that is the thing that I can suggest that we can do to build your business more stronger, to invite more clients and to send them the message. Like for example, that you mentioned earlier that you have more videos or you already have the content. So what we're gonna do is to like to make the progress or send them or let them know what kind of business that you're doing, especially with the social media account that we want to build or we will create for you. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, great. So we've talked a lot about Facebook. So I do have an Instagram and I do have a LinkedIn, and I have someone who is encouraging me to something called TikTok. And I'm
Ah,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
so when it comes to the other social media platforms, what's sort of your comfort level? And I know, like, so LinkedIn runs very different than, say, like an Instagram versus a Facebook. So your approach and your sort of comfort level with those different platforms. And maybe we'll go back to Precious and we'll work our way back up to the top.
Yeah, sure. So, yes, you are correct. LinkedIn is a way different, together with Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, because LinkedIn, it is B2B, like you are talking directly with the client. Like it's more on B2B, and you can gather more with LinkedIn. Um, Aside from Facebook, TikTok nowadays is booming. Like most of the people now is using TikTok. So we can also create a TikTok account for you, and we post there like short videos or content that is really related with the business that you're doing, and we can boost also if we want to get more prospect clients or people to view your to get more views or to get more interactions, we can boost. But we can also do the free like free boosting, like we can just copy the link and send to everyone in the TikTok. You can, but we need to check also if the TikTok or the account that we're using in social media is like a fake account. So we need to be very vigilant or be very, very careful with that. So aside from engaging with the people, we need also to check whether they are a real account or they are like a fraud account. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that brings that
Yeah.
on a sidebar. I end up being approached at times by a lot of men, and I will not respond. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, to certain things. So there seems to be more and more of that, and
Yeah.
that's one of the things that becomes overwhelming, is trying to figure out what the hell is real and what is not real anymore when you get onto some
Yeah.
of these things.
Yes.
So
So we
yeah.
need to be very careful, and we need to check them one by one, even though it gives us a lot of time. But we can have a list of them, and in the Excel file, right? We can put it there, and we just highlight the color which one are fake. So in the next time, we'll know already if their account is fake or not.
Okay, so that's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, you're
So,
welcome.
Emily?
So yeah, hello. Yes, Angela. In regards to the other platforms, the LinkedIn, the Instagram, YouTube, and so on, especially TikTok, I am knowledgeable enough of those things. Especially TikTok, I'm actually using TikTok, and I also have my own TikTok account. And I am fan of creating videos, especially on creating reels. And especially for LinkedIn, there are also restrictions and things that needs to be considered, especially like for example sending connections to people. Mhm. I am also well aware of how it works, and we have to consider your audience, because not everyone will understand or even consider the type of business that we have, right? And I think it's a matter of how we deliver things and how we show it to the audience. I think that's all.
Okay, great. And Charmaine?
Okay, so Angela, since I mentioned earlier that it's been a year now that I am a lead specialist, so it's really a great idea to as much as possible, use other social media platforms, because our main goal here is to have more clients, more prospects. In that way, we could produce results. So yeah, speaking of being comfortable, I am comfortable doing that because I want to help my client. So yeah, we just have to observe those restrictions. In that way, we don't want to be blocked on those social media platforms.
Right. Perfect. And Mary.
Well, when it comes to any social media platforms, I know how to use any social media platform. And as what I've mentioned earlier, on my previous work, I worked with an American client and I manage his LinkedIn account. So I'm aware of all the restrictions on Facebook, especially in sending LinkedIn connections and sending DMs, especially when we're here in the Philippines. If we're using LinkedIn, we should have a VPN so that the account of our client will not be restricted or blocked. And when it comes to TikTok, I know how to, I'm comfortable using that because I've been using that since, as what I've mentioned again, I have a small business account, a crochet business. I make crochet, and I post short videos, short tutorial on how to crochet stops. So that would help boost your account and engage more people. Yeah.
Okay.
And it when you post short videos, it reaches your audience, and it your uh your account will grow. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. So is everyone sort of trained on certain like security measures for like not for figuring out what's fake, what's not fake, and doing like siphoning out that kind of information and those types of people? Is that
Well,
something that you guys are trained on?
Well, actually, Angela, here in Quantum, every Thursday we do have a training. So yeah, Jason trained us that we can only DM like 10 times. There is actually an interval when you message a person. So we do have that training here every Thursday.
Okay. All right. So that's good to know. Trying to think is there any questions that you guys have or something you individually want to sort of highlight for me? Because those were my sort of basic questions, because this is new to step into the virtual assistant world, but at the same time, I know it's very necessary and I want to use the tool correctly for yourselves and myself to be successful. So, go ahead.
What do you expect on your VA?
So I would like to see us book like a number, like basically get the 20-minute coaching, like people who are legitimately interested in coaching, getting 4 or 5 a week of those 20-minute free calls. And then also funneling people into the paid membership, Curious Butterfly Nation, and into the one-on-one sort of readings, if that is more like their type of niche. Selling more of my books would be great too. I have tools, so I have mini ebooks, and I have certain videos that are not publicly released that are about things like letting go, things like self-empowerment, and those types of things to be able to use as tools once we connect with people to kind of give them a little more of the taste and to pull them into it. I have a coach who's been helping me to learn to write content. So helping me write content and things like that, and just sort of keeping things flowing. Because at the moment, I really only post content on the social media outside of the videos that my girl will upload. I'm up to twice a week. because again, there's only one of me and a lot of different things that I have been working at building. But now with the membership launched and the Library of Curiosity, I've already started, filling in its content. I'd like to be able to concentrate on that and know that, there's someone else out there helping to get the bookings and redirecting people properly to the services that I have that can be, can work for them, can offer them what they need. So.
Wow.
I do have a question, Angela. How would you like us to book? Is it through DM, or would you like us to call them?
It would basically be through direct messaging. So I know, like, responding on certain groups and platforms, they only let you to respond that way. And then it's kind of like they have to get a taste and be willing to friend you, so that then once they're on your own platform, we can, we can do more of the direct messaging and figure out where they belong. The people who I work with are spread, like empaths and intuitives and what I call spirit-led souls. Those are people who know how to follow their heart and who have a very high sensitivity to places that lack integrity. And they also have a really high sensitivity to second guessing and overthinking themselves. So they show up in lots of different places. And like I said, I have joined some groups. I work with men and women. I don't have a problem with working with either. I do find that women tend to understand me because I share my journey so they can see their own reflection. But at the same time, that's where the male side of things sometimes gets dicey. So trying to sort that, whether they're real or they are, strangely there for other reasons. I have a large blocked list.
Yeah.
So does that help?
Yes. And also,
Okay.
Angela, are you comfortable with group chats? Like, for example, we are going to book them in, and then we are going to add you on the group chat to introduce that person or that prospect with you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. I'll there's a bit of a learning curve for some of that. So, you might get questions, but I'm figuring more and more of that out as I go week by week and day by day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Emily?
I think I don't have any questions, since you mentioned earlier regarding you're comfortable working with men and women. That's actually supposed to be my question.
Okay.
Comfortable working with women and men as well. But in regards to men, yeah, it's really hard to know if that person is really, serious and into your business. But I guess we have to do something in regards to that one in order to convince them, or even, um, you know, um, believe that they're really into your business, I guess.
Yeah, it's not so much convincing, doesn't quite feel right though. It's more like just weeding out what the why is, because
Yes.
I find it's very easy for me to pick up the why with women and them to pick up mine. For the men, they do tend to hold back. But when people can tell you why, that leads you to being able to navigate their language and to navigate whether the why actually fits in, or whether this is like that fishing thing where it's like, this is about to go in some strange left-hand turn.
Exactly. But thank you. I think
You're
I'm all
welcome.
good.
All right, Precious.
Hello, Angela. So regarding with that situation regarding the men and women who's wants to join, or like they need something. So I suggest, like, uh, For women, we don't have any problem, as you mentioned earlier, because you can handle them, or you can get what, or you can like get whatever they need. But for men, I do believe that we need really to ask them. We need to be straightforward. Like, we can ask them what they really need, or we can ask them what we can help them. So we don't need to um like we don't need to wait until we found out that they are not really interested, that they are just fishing around. So we need to be straightforward, and we need to create a list that is more like more organizing things, that we can have a list of them, so we will know, and we can write down what we need to gather information, right? We are asking them what do you need, so we can write it down and sort things out, sort the people for, or these people need something like this, or these people needs this. So we need to create a list for them, so we don't so we can organize the list, like we can organize the things that they need, and we can provide them all the things that they are asking for, or what they really need. Yeah.
Yeah, and keep it direct to know whether they're part of our niche or whether they're better served somewhere else, type of
Yeah,
thing. So,
yeah, yes,
so
exactly.
okay. Trying to think if there was any other. That was the basics of my questions, and thank you very much. I'm not really sure what how the next step goes.
Okay, thank you so much, Angela, for those lovely questions. All right, so the next step is for you to announce who you wanted to work with. I wonder if you can decide now, or would you like to sleep on it first?
So I kind of have it boiled down to two. The two would it would either be Charmaine or Emily, and maybe we can just then talk as that small group and kind of drill down a little deeper where the skill set and the comfort zones are.
Mhm. For sure. Well, thank you, Mary Joy, and thank you, Precious, for joining us
Thank you.
today. You
Thank
can
you.
jump off the call now.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Miss
Thank you.
Naomi.
Okay,
All right.
second round.
Perfect. So for sort of bringing people into the right area of service, one of the things that I've noticed a very strong reflection is that the YouTube with the things like tarot and oracle, which is like just a taste of who I am, but meeting people at that level, they are a very different type of client. The people who come for the coaching, people who identify with my book and even with Curious Butterfly Nation, they can have some openness to it, but they tend to have some fear with it too. So really understanding that because I have such a broad spectrum, there are places where we have to watch for the sensitivities, because I've had really good feedback from people who have like left messages on YouTube saying, I was looking for X and I was listening to you and I didn't even notice you were reading tarot. And then at the end, when I realized you were a tarot card reader, I couldn't even believe I had stayed for the whole thing. So because I am using it to teach people sort of where they are within a comfort zone, it's going to be we have to be very sensitive about how we navigate it. So I guess my question is about your skills for organizing the way in which where people are coming from and recognizing how to sort of keep them for a little while away from the things they're most afraid of. Because once I tend to talk to them, they start to just hear my voice and not really see if there happens to be a tarot card in front of me versus, you know, that this type of thing. So organization and being able to keep these things straight will be very, very important. And I know you both are not aware of necessarily that side of things. So I think maybe you might be able to identify with the little bit of pushback sometimes that people just naturally can fear those new things they don't know. So if you can kind of speak a little about that organizing and how you feel about, you know, the vastness of things and bringing people in through different doors.
Okay. Okay. Is it okay if I'm going to speak?
Sure.
Okay, so for me, yes, you're right. It's actually important to understand where they're coming from, and also profiling is very important. And for me, this is just my suggestion. It's very important that yeah, you're right. Sensitivity. We would like to understand what's the reason that they want to approach you, and we just want to make it step by step. Okay, and then we can go ahead with the session. So yeah, we just want to be an ears to hear and understand what they want. What's the reason? Because there are some people who are really sensitive, so we just want to be careful in that area as well.
Yeah, because whichever portal they kind of come in will give us a hint, and then we have to kind of use our own personal skills in listening to kind of see where they're sort of fitting in to organize it. So Emily?
So in regards to that one for the organization, and bringing people into your business, Angela, it's really, it's really hard to, again, choose who are the right people that fits into your business. But it's a matter of how we understand people. It's like putting our shoes in their situation. And it is also nice if we can build rapport first to them. And the main reason why people come in, or like the main reason why people are interested in your business, because they need something from you. They believe in your business. Like for example, the tarot reading. I'm actually a believer of tarot reading. I'm actually having my own tarot reader. Yes, and there are things that happen. Yeah, that really happen actually, and it's a matter of how you believe, and we have to be straightforward to the clients, or to the prospect clients that we have. I think that's all.
Right. Okay. So yeah, so we have to develop like the step-by-step sort of in to that type of thing. So when you guys talk about you know, doing some content and posting content and things like that, is that something that you normally do, or is that something you do in conjunction with the content that I write? And I'm just not clear how that all comes and works in play.
Actually, Angela, it depends. Because when you're writing a content, it should be like in related to your niche, and also it should be creative. Like for example, what do you want to eat today? That's
Right.
just for example, okay? So everyone would like to comment. So it's like that, something catchy that you know, that connects your niche,
Right.
that is related to your niche.
So part of my niche is very much love. So when I started, I have a series called Expressions of Love, and it talks about not just expressions of love outwardly, but inwardly. So those types of things bring in a variety of people for us to then sort of sort out where they are in life. So yeah, and I'm very creative, and I am actually now enjoying writing content because I have a coach who has like showing me that I can write in different forms. After writing my book, you get very tunnel vision and think you can only write in one way. So working with her helped me to see that, you know, you can write in these other ways. And the internet is like a vast void. So trying to figure out sometimes how to word things for people to understand.
Yes.
So Emily, about the content side of things.
Yeah, again, as what Charmaine said, in regards to creating content that needs to be connected to your business, and um, for that one, I think again we have to be specific and put love, or it's not about um, putting just love on the content, but also loving what we are doing, and I think that's it.
Okay. So, I mean, like right now, so because I'm still very new at it, I've upped it to twice a week. So generally speaking, if I create some posts, say 2 to 3 a week, is that enough to be able to mine it and even for you guys to make slight adjustments over the days to keep it sort of up and relevant and digging deeper? Is that sort of how this can work?
I'm so sorry, Angela. What was your question again?
So if I'm creating, say, three posts for specifically like not videos, but like writing posts or mini video types of things, is that, in your opinion, are you able to take and spread those 3 sort of over the week to continue to draw attention back to them to keep them relevant? Or do we change, like, is that something where you can then tweak it and keep the conversations going?
Well, actually, for me, Angela, that would depend on their interest. But for me, 2 weeks, maybe that's already long enough.
Yeah, well, no, like over the course of the week. So if I have 3 and I spread them out, so they're kind of like there for 2 days before there's new content kind of thing. Does that,
Yeah, that's totally fine.
is that a good way of catching it? Because at the moment,
Mm-mm.
three to me just feels a lot because I'm getting used to the way things shift. And my hope is to be able to do something 5 days a week. But if I'm doing 3 and we're like every other day, is that something that you guys are able to work with and keep mining it, I guess, is that for the process?
For me, Angela, yes, that's okay, because as much as possible, we would like to focus one thing at a time. So yeah, for me, that's okay.
Yeah, so if it was like a post that was meant for people who were going to come in through the tarot, or then a post for people who were going to come in through things like the coaching or the book about the self-doubt and kind of self-empowerment and those types of things. And then the other one, Curious Butterfly Nation, it encompasses all of it. There are no tarot cards on it. But the people who come to the tarot, because I use tarot as a spiritual teaching tool, are not bent on seeing the tarot. So that niche pulls everyone in. So kind of like creating content, 3 different types of content to keep funneling them in based on their comfort zones. That type of thing. So every other day to start with, to be able to start to kind of build the rapport. Is that normally how this social media thing works, especially Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. Emily, is there anything you want to add?
I think none so far. I do, yeah, that's also correct, that in regards to Facebook and the things that are connected to it, we don't have any issues with that one, like for creating content. It's pretty good, if especially if it will work to the clients that we are, to the prospect clients that we want to attract.
Right. And I know on Facebook, because some of the groups, like I know two of the groups, don't ask me their name, but it's like only on Tuesdays can you self-promote there. So it's like, I guess, giving you guys the content so that then you can fit it in with, right, wherever the day, the week, the hour. I think there's a group that there's like a 2-hour window that you guys are organizing to kind of keep track of that and to sort of monitor and do your thing.
And
I do have a
sorry.
question, Angela.
Sure.
Are you talking about your own group, or is this a public group?
So I have a paid membership group and I have a free public group. The free public group is called Empaths, Intuitives, and Spiritually Led Souls. So it's more of like the teaching and the camaraderie of dealing with the energy, dealing with what it means to identify yourself as that. Curious Butterfly Nation is a paid membership. Those type of people fit in there, but then so too do the people who are curious, because it's Curious Butterfly Nation because it's about helping people to remain curious in life, to remain open and looking for fun and the win-wins and the bliss, to try to keep people's energy up and less of people getting dragged down and feeling those self-doubts and stopping themselves. So it kind of is the place that encompasses all of it. And it has the Library of Curiosity, which is literally about learning to follow your bliss and then take it beyond even the platform.
Thank you so much for answering my question.
You're welcome. So, all right. I think that's what I had for that. Is there anything else either of you ladies would like to say, ask?
For me, yeah, I do have a closing statement. With your niche, it's really important that we really understand, because here in the Philippines, that's actually not really we are really not familiar with that. And that's why, if given a chance, if you are going to choose me, I would really love to read your book and all your tools, so that I would be able to understand it fully, because I can't give something that I don't know, I don't have. So I really want to understand it as well.
Okay. And Emily?
I think Angela, not so far for me. All good. Thank you so much. Even though this is really pretty different from the niche, the one that we have right now, especially here in the Philippines, it is also good that this thing exists, because there are also people who believe in this one. And yeah, I think as long as everything will be, placed uh, straight and all good, then.
Okay. Excellent. So Naomi, do you have any suggestions you'd like to throw at me at this point?
Yeah, I wonder, Angela, if you've watched the training portal yet.
No, I didn't know that was on my list. I just
I will send you the training
I had 3 chaotic days.
All right,
So
I can send
yeah,
you the,
so
it's actually on the welcome letter. If you have seen the welcome letter James sent you, it's in there. It's in the first page. So you will just go ahead and click the link on the first page. You can
okay.
see it.
And was that in an email or was that again through the Facebook thing?
I think he sent it on Facebook Messenger, the one that we are currently using, the mastermind group chat.
Okay, see, I have to get much better at understanding Messenger and where to look. I'm so used to people sending me emails and then I
Yeah.
jump off and go and do my thing.
No
So
worries,
the
I can send you an email then if you want
Okay,
to.
so the training portal is sort of my next my next step
Yes.
to figure.
Those
Okay.
are the tasks and the systems that we are doing here in QVA. So most likely those are the ones that these ladies have trained with.
Okay.
They were trained
So-
for a portal. So yeah, are you able to decide now, or would you like to think of it first? I can send you the recording if you want.
Um,